Hi guys, welcome back to my channel English in a Blink, and today I am going to look at expressions that you can use for distancing. Well, hang on, I'm not talking about social distancing here, okay? I'm talking about distancing in regards to, let's say, there are certain times when you want to give some information, all right? You want to tell people something, but you don't know whether it's definitely, it's true or not. So you don't want to risk it. You don't want to say that, you know what, this is what I know, but probably this is what I heard, I read, someone told me, and that's what I'm telling, all right? I'm not taking any responsibility of anything, of any information. Whatever I'm telling you, it might be true, it might not be true, I don't know. All right, so those are the expressions that are called as distancing expressions. So when you can use your words like seem and appear. So when you say it seems or it appears that, when people multitask, they in fact do one thing after another in quick succession. Okay, so when you are using your seem or it appears, that just gives an idea that it just, I'm not sure, I don't think that it's true or not, but this is how, it's what probably I read it somewhere, that's what is said. All right, so that's how you can use when you are trying to distance yourself. Now, what is the catch? Is there any grammar attached there? Yes, there is. Guys, look carefully. I just gave you a sentence that started with it. So I just said it seems or it appears that when people multitask, they in fact do one thing after another in quick succession. I started my sentence with it, and then after your appear or seem, whatever you want to use, I followed on with a that clause. Okay, so that is your grammar. When you start your sentence with it, it is followed by that clause. Now, similarly, if I want to start my sentence with a subject, for example, the new head of department seems or appears to be quite friendly. All right. Do you see the difference? Now, this time I started my sentence with a subject, the new head of the department, and then I use my verb seems, or you can use appear, whatever you want. Seems, appears. After that, you use your to plus infinitive, to be quite friendly. Okay, so that's what the grammar is. When you are using your it, that's followed by that clause. When you're using a subject, it is followed by to plus infinitive. All right, now, you want to just further yourself a little bit more. What can you say? You can say, you know what, it would seem, it would appear that Mr. XYZ, whatever. All right, so Mr. say Alex had been using company's assets to pay off his private debts. Okay, so this time if you are adding it would, so it would, that means you are distancing yourself even further. All right, so you can say it seems, but when you say it would seem or it would appear, that means you are distancing yourself a little bit further. All right, I'm not claiming anything, I don't know, this is what people were talking about. Okay, so that's another one. Okay, then moving on, is there anything else that you can use? Oh no, what do you think? Okay, well, there are a few more things that we can say, like this kind of structure. Where do you think you can use it, or where do you think you've heard? News, that's right. When you are reading your news or you're listening to news, because come on, they don't take responsibility. They don't take responsibility, right? It is what it is. They heard from a news agency, things like that. So this structure is basically, just like your passive voice. You'll mostly see it when you're talking about, you're giving some news to someone, or you are reading a newspaper, or you are listening to a news story. So that's one of the reasons. You can also use, passive verbs of saying and reporting when you are using your distancing. So you can say after it, you can use your passive verb like said, or you can use believe, expect, hope, say, suggest, anything. And then, as I said before, when you are starting your sentence with it, so let's say it is said that using a washing machine saves people on average 47 minutes a day. Okay, it is said. So that's what the same structure follows. All right, so you can use your it followed by your verb, passive verb, like I said, like say, expect, believe, anything that you are saying. And then after that, because it is starting with it is going to be followed by that clause. That is not going to change. All right. Similarly, in the same way, if you're starting your sentence with a subject and then also you're choosing to use a passive verb, so it's the same thing. So the company director, subject, is expected to resign in the next few days. All right, so one thing that you have to remember is if you are using, if you're choosing to start your sentence with it is going to be followed by that. If you're choosing to start your sentence with that, with a subject, it is going to be followed by to plus infinitive. Okay, this is something that you have to remember. All right, you cannot forget that. And then just the last thing before we go on, there are certain expressions as well, like apparently, according to. These are again very common, yeah, which we use, when it is believed or it is said. Nobody use that in spoken English. When you're writing, yeah, that's common, but when you are speaking, it's not that common. It is believed, it is said. So what do we use? We can use expressions like apparently. Okay, so you can say apparently Jeff and Katie have separated. Again, I'm not saying that apparently, I mean I heard it from somewhere. Okay, now remember, apparently, you can use apparently at the start of the sentence, and you can also use apparently at the end of the sentence. All right. Similarly, you can also say, according to new research, the idea that we have to drink 2 liters of water a day is a myth. All right. So that is also another way. One thing that you got to remember is when you're using your according to, all right. So when we use according to, we specify where information has come from, all right? So we use it to attribute opinions to someone else, all right? We're not giving our opinion when you're using according to. You don't say according to me, according to new research. Now this I said because I have heard lots of you saying that, according to me. No, when you're using this according to, it's not about you. You are definitely giving someone else's opinion. So according to the new research, all right? So this is what I want you to remember. If you want to give your opinion, just say in my opinion. Okay? So do not make that mistake if you were making it before. All right? So these were certain things that you can use when you want to distance yourself from giving any kind of information. Like I always say, if you liked it, if you think it was helpful, if you think next time you're going to give some information and you will be able to distance yourself, you don't have to do much. Just press that like button, subscribe, and spread the word. Bye for now.